smoked chicken and broccoli pasta, one of my favorite one-pot wonders using a really versatile ingredient, Guinness creme fraiche, handy for loads of different recipes and a really long shelf life. So you can have a pot hanging around in your fridge at any time. So what you'll need for this recipe: broccoli, the Guinness creme fraiche, sun-dried tomato pesto or paste, really easy to find nowadays, toasted pine nuts, watch our other video clip on how to do those, semi-sun-dried or sun-blushed tomatoes. They're just not dried as long as sun-dried tomatoes, but either one will do. Smoked chicken, you'll be able to get this from a good butcher, and of course Parmesan cheese. I've already cooked up some farfalle pasta, which are the little bow ties, but you can use any shape you prefer. And to make life really easy, what we're going to do is, pasta's almost cooked. For the last couple of minutes cooking time, we're going to throw in our broccoli florets. So you want to make these quite small, so they cook quite quickly and you don't get a mouthful of broccoli. Pop them in, and you're literally going to cook them for about 2 minutes. And drain the pasta well, and leave that sitting until you're ready to make your sauce. If, of course, you like really mushy broccoli, you can cook it for a little bit longer, but I always aim for nice crunchy green vegetables rather than the mushy variety. So give that a minute, and that'll be done. In a separate pot, we will start to make our sauce using the creme fraiche, the smoked chicken, and the sun-dried tomato pesto. Okay, so our broccoli's been cooking with the pasta for the last 2 to 3 minutes, so it's ready to be drained. Into a colander, give it a really good shake to get rid of that water. Drizzle with extra virgin olive oil, just to prevent the pasta from sticking together. And back into the pot. This can stay warm in the hub for the few minutes it takes to make up the sauce. So another easy peasy sauce. The base of the sauce is the Guinness creme fraiche. In that goes. Okay. Then we've got a generous quantity of the sun-dried tomato pesto. Adds a lovely sweetness to the recipe. And of course the lovely sunshiny tomatoiness. Smoked chicken. So you can buy this as a whole smoked chicken or as smoked chicken breasts, and either cube them or shred them up. Now smoked anything, whether it's smoked chicken, smoked salmon, is quite salty, so we're not going to add any salt to this recipe. We are going to pop in our sun-blushed or semi-sun-dried tomatoes. They're lovely and juicy and sweet, one of my favorite ingredients. Most of the pine nuts. We need to keep a few for garnish, and a generous grinding of fresh black pepper. Now the smoked chicken is already cooked, exactly the same as curing or smoking smoked salmon, but you need to make sure that everything is piping hot. So give it a good stir, and once it bubbles up, it will be done. We're then going to add this to the pasta and serve it up immediately. I even enjoy this cold, I must be honest. It's the most delicious combination of flavors. And even people that don't enjoy broccoli, it could be one of their least favorite vegetables, they absolutely adore this recipe. I think it's the sauce that seeps into the broccoli, so you wouldn't even know it's there. But you need the bright green and the crunch to contrast with the smoky, sweet sauce that we've got going on. So we're almost there. Now, if you love cheese the way I do, you can grate a little bit of Parmesan in at this point. And of course, a generous grating on top of each serving. I think that's enough there for the minute. Great, so that's starting to bubble up. We're good to go. So in the same pot that's still nice and warm that you cooked your pasta in, and for the last few minutes the broccoli, we're going to upend the broccoli. And pasta, now I use farfalle pasta, which are the little bow ties, but you could use penne, absolutely anything you like. It's a glorious colour. It's the pinky salmon pink look to it. Now to dish up, give it a good stir. And I'm going to use a big ladle to dish this up in. Get yourself a deep pasta dish. People will definitely be going back for seconds. Make sure everyone gets their greens, their broccoli in there. the last little garnish, toasted pine nuts. So watch our video clip on how to toast nuts and seeds successfully. And of course, generous grating of Parmesan cheese. Wow, it smells absolutely delicious. Once you've made this once, it will become a firm favorite. So here we go, our creamy smoked chicken and broccoli pasta.